for a most brutal murder instigated by robbery, a murder whereof you, Stephen McBurney, stand convicted after a fair trial by jury, it is the judgment of this court that you are hereby sentenced to the punishment of death, to be executed upon you at Sing Sing Prison during the week of December 9th.
December 9th. Thanks, Judge. I won't have to do any Christmas shopping. And thank you, Mr. Chan, for what His Honor just handed me. Your evidence sticks me in the death house, and I won't forget it while I'm alive.
Come on, Mac. Threats won't help your appeal.
Well, Charlie, you put him where he belongs. I hope you don't let his threats keep you awake.
On contrary, conviction of most dangerous public enemy bring more peaceful sleep.
What's that shooting? McBurney grabbed the deputy's gun, shooting his way out.
Stay here all night?
Take it easy.
Bus leaving right away. Next stop, Chinatown. Come on, everybody. Step smart. Bus leaving right away. Next stop, Chinatown. The mysterious Orient in the heart of New York. Shake a leg, folks. Step right this way, folks. Step fast, and you'll see Chinatown before she goes to bed. Let's go, Bill.
Nerve asking me to marry you in that chamber of horrors.
What do you think marriage is, anyway?
Where's Doc Green?
Can't you read? We're closed for the night. You can't come in.
Yeah, I know, but where is he?
He's busy. Says he don't want to be bothered.
That's only a dummy. Come on.
Go in there.
Watch this carefully. This is a difficult but brilliant move. You can't beat it. What a splendid, superb. I was not prepared for that. But watch this one.
Hey. Is he playing chess with that dummy, or am I crazy?
Wait, that's checkmate. You've got me. Mac.
Hello, Doc. What's the idea?
Oh, a little lesson in strategy. I was coaching my protégé.
So you're the Wakes, a mechanical woman.
Gentlemen, my assistant, Miss Latimer.
I'm glad to know you, babe.
Well, Lily, my dear, don't you recognize Steve McBurney? He's been with us for years. The little boy from New York's Hell's Kitchen who went out west and made good in Chicago.
Gee, Mac, it's you.
Yeah.
And Butcher Dagan. He wasn't that beautiful when they fished him out of Lake Michigan with the 13 bullets you pumped into him.
Hope you never double-cross me, Doc.
Well, Mac, I'm no fool.
That's what I hear. Well, you got a great racket. A wax museum on top of the sweetest hideout the mob's ever had. No wonder the cops never bother you. You know, Granick, that doc is smart. He makes faces behind their backs. Do you ever see the faces he makes?
Oh, this wax stuff is okay.
No. Before he operated on the law, he was the best facial surgeon in the country.
A face doctor?
Sure. Well, Doc, it's my turn now. Change this map. Fix it so no cop will ever know me.
Well, that would be easy, Mac. But why not come back in a month when this getaway is blown over?
Oh, no. You start the job now. Tonight.
Lily, you better go downstairs and prepare things for an operation.
Hey, what's her angle?
She's my assistant in surgery, too. Follow me. Of course, you realize that you'll have to hang out here for 2 or 3 weeks after the surgery.
Well, swell. I can use the rest.
You know them, Joe? That was Steve McBurney just come in. Joe, I'm forgetting. Like, Steve's your pal. Sure, didn't he knock off Butcher Dagan for framing you? I remember. That's what I call a real pal, Joe.
So this is the Chamber of Horrors. Spooky joint. I sure hate to be found dead here. Is this where you operate, Doc?
Oh, no, just an exhibit in there. That's a genuine electric chair. Still in use 2 years ago. 109 murders met death on it.
Yeah, I had a date with his brother, thanks to Charlie Chan.
Hey, Mac, get a load. The real thing.
Careful. That's the switchboard for the museum. It serves as atmosphere here. But it's practical.
Say, Doc, you're the one practical thing around here for me. I want the best face you ever made. Just so as I can walk up to Chan and say, hiya, Charlie, before I let him have it.
Yeah, and won't that copper be surprised?
Toler, do you mean to tell me you've never been surprised in your life?
Only one occasion, Inspector, when honorable wife announced arrival of 13th offspring. Always prefer to utilize element of surprise, never to be victim.
Well, I wish I could say that. Haven't gotten over McBurney's little courtroom surprise yet. 3 weeks ago yesterday. He must have gotten out of town or we'd have him.
Only very foolish mouse make nest in cat's ear.
Hello, Pop. Inspector? Hope I'm not interrupting.
Hello, Mary. Who let you in?
That's Jimmy. He's our scout leader.
Mary Bolton, reporter at Pest Daily Record.
How do you do, Mr. Chan?
Hi, Doctor.
Inspector?
Charlie, this is Dr. Cream of the Cream Crime Museum.
I'm very happy to meet you, Mr. Chan.
Oh, Inspector, this is Dr. Bunn.
Von Braun. Dr. Otto von Braun, formerly with the Berlin Police Department. Today, I specialize in the psychocriminology.
Well, there's one cop to another, Doctor. What's that?
Detective who uses microscope instead of common sense.
Please, allow parent to make Confucius saying.
So, Mr. Chan, you do not believe in the scientific methods for apprehending criminals, eh?
Any powder that kills flea is good powder. Now, can law student explain crime of playing hooky?
Well, I didn't mean to cut classes, Pop, but Miss Bolton and Dr. Cream came up to college with a great idea. Pop, you're going into radio on the Crime League broadcast from the Museum of Crime.
This is all Dr. Cream's idea, and a swell yarn for me.
But you confer first with Chip off old Chopstick.
Well, only because I remembered where to find Jimmy when we couldn't locate you today.
Well, you see, each week we have a famous detective who tries to unravel some old, unsolved crime. On tonight's broadcast, we had hoped that you and Dr. von Braun might throw some new light On the rock case.
Yeah, isn't that a swell idea?
Let honor of advertising museum go to scientific detective. Tomorrow, parent depart for Honolulu. Tonight, same prefer good dinner to ancient crime. Excuse, please.
But, Mr. Chan, this is your favorite unsolved crime. Do you recognize this man?
Likeness of Joseph Rock. Innocent man hanged for crime he did not commit. Real murderer never caught.
This is an insult to my ability. Once before you made such a statement. Joe Rock was convicted on my scientific evidence. How dare you insinuate?
Now, boys, don't get violent.
People have been arguing for years over whether Joe Rock fired that poison dart.
Well, you could settle it tonight on my broadcast.
Sorry, must decline.
Surely you're not afraid to cross the wits with my logic and science. Perhaps you lived it down because of Steve McBurney's threats, yeah?
My pop don't run away from anybody. But it might look that way if you don't accept this challenge. What'll I tell the fellas in my class?
Challenge? Dr. Cream makes same in presence of offspring's classmates?
Yeah, and I accept it for you.
I'm sorry you're turning us down, Mr. Chen. It would be an unusual experience for you.
You most anxious for humble presence at broadcast tonight?
It's a question of showmanship. I know what the public wants.
Will imitate woman and change mind. Most happy to accept unusual radio invitation.
Splendid, Mr. Chen.
This is news. Thank you, Mr. Chan.
You'll be there at 8 o'clock. We go on at 8:15.
I'll be there.
So long.
I'll be there too, Pop, in case you need any help.
Contradiction, please. At 8 o'clock, young legal sprout have date for lecture on old Roman law. No hooky.
Okay, no hooky.
Say, Charlie, you certainly changed your mind in a hurry. I'd have given odds you wouldn't go for that phony challenge.
Correction, please. Challenge may solve more than rock case tonight. Dr. Cream, once famous surgeon, now friend of many criminals, like Steve McBurney.
What's on your mind, Pop?
Yeah, come clean.
Possible McBurney visit doctor for perfect disguise. Underworld once whispered his former partner, Butcher Dagan, received same from Dr. Cream. A new face.
Well, he wasn't wearing it when they found his body. Say, what are you driving at?
Perhaps wrong man found and buried. Faceless body in water 3 months. Have long suspected Butcher Dagan, ruthless killer, not dead, but still alive, and hiding behind face created by Dr. Cream. Perhaps worthy doctor have secret purpose behind challenge tonight.
You think Cream's coming here has something to do with McBurney?
A trap.
Knowledge only gained through curiosity.
I think I'll catch your act tonight, Charlie. In fact, I'll go with you.
No, please. Mice only play when cat's supposed to be in bed.
The mother, the son, and the music teacher. Correctly seated at the fatal breakfast table that sent Joe Rourke to the gallows. We'll be seated that way tonight.
My pal. And he sits right there. Hey, you. Don't touch that. You'll get burnt to a crisp.
Dr. Cream, I didn't do this. I wouldn't. It's dangerous.
Shut up and get out of here. Come on, get out.
Mac, don't go through with this insane plan. It'll ruin me.
No, it can't. It's all part of a gag that goes wrong. Crazy Willie there rigs up an electric chair. He puts too much heat on and someone gets hurt.
No cop will ever believe that one.
Well, what are you going to do about it? You queer this and you're both through.
Don't get excited. We're all in it with you.
No choice.
It's about time Granny got down off that pole. You know, listening to the broadcast week after week, give me the idea. Von Braun, the old rock case. The one case Chan would go for. And that phony challenge got him. Now all we have to do is to wait for Chan to be seated comfortably. Then... Okay.
Yeah, she's hooked up to the switchboard now. Just tapped 2,300 volts from that high tension.
Now it can't fail.
Not a chance.
If you will please excuse me.
You can't go through with this. It'll ruin everything. This place, your racket.
What can I do? It may turn out the way he says.
You know it can't.
My throat, it's very dry.
Am I too late?
We're closed up, ma'am.
But you said you'd let me in. You told me Dr. Von Braun was coming.
Oh, I forget.
I thought you were Joe Rock's friend.
I am. He's my pal.
Then, give him this.
Oh, no. I never touched those things.
You know he needs protection tonight. He's in great danger.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't let Joe down.
You take it to him. No, not that way. This way. Use the upstairs way, and then go right home.
I understand.
I'll make my rounds and where's my clock? Bad night, ain't it, Frank? Windows and the close up.
Lily, want to give me a test?
Sure. 1, 2, 3, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing.
Okay.
The Crime Museum is honored by your visit, Mr. Chan. Of course, you recollect the tragedy of the Broadway butterfly. Here are some more of my wax creations. This is Jack the Ripper, London's mystery murderer, the year 1888. He was never caught. And here we have Henry Desiree Landru, the Bluebeard of Paris. They say that he destroyed 40 women in that very same stove.
Excellent likeness.
Oh, here's Mr. Agnew now.
Well, we're already downtown for Charlie Chan.
I'm nearly ready here.
Mr. Tom Agnew, the director and announcer of our program.
Glad to know you, sir.
Miss Latimer, my assistant.
Miss Latimer.
How do you do, Mr. Chan?
And Mr. Edwards, our engineer.
Is Mary here yet?
She's with Dr. Von Brum, looking at the exhibits.
Von Brum? You didn't tell me he was in this show.
Sort of a last-minute idea.
I didn't come prepared to handle two masterminds.
I'm sorry, Tom. I phoned to tell you, but you weren't in.
Ach, liebes Fräulein, do I know this man? This is the butcher Dagan. I see him in Chicago many years ago. I have a photographic memory. My eyes, they never forget anything they see once. You know, the face, the shape of the head. It is my scientific training.
Wasn't he killed many years ago?
Yeah, murdered. My friends, good evening. Mr. Chan, I'm here.
You like it, Dr. Van Brom?
We are ready, yeah?
Looks like we'll have a swell show tonight.
Sure. That is if the two bloodhounds bite each other. How about supper later, huh?
I'd love it.
Good. Well, gentlemen, we go in 12 minutes. Is everyone ready?
I'm ready. I am famous for this case.
The doctor's voice.
Well, Doctor and Mr. Chan, we hope you settle the rock case tonight.
The Rock case? I thought we were doing the Gradley case.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
I have no notes on Rock.
I have. I'll get them for you.
Mr. Agnew, I will help. I solved this case years ago.
Old solution, Doctor, sometimes like ancient egg.
Since I do the interview, I'd like to get your slant, Mr. Chan. What questions to ask?
Joe Rock unjustly punished for crime committed by Butcher Dagan.
He sounds like an eyewitness.
Excuse, please. I never saw Dagan. My theory is simply based on evidence already supplied by Dr. Van Brom.
Now, how do you mean?
Dagan and McBurney partners many years ago. Also partners with Joe Rock in honest enterprise. Rock, honorable man, unaware colleagues were criminals. Like freak of nature, McBurney, although brutal killer, have almost brotherly affection for Rock. But Dagan, true child of Cain, hate him. To acquire business, he caused Rock to be suspected of murder he did not commit.
An innocent man was hung?
Brother McBurney had his revenge. I read that he killed Dagan.
He got what was coming to him.
Same believed by many persons. But electric chair now await McBurney for more recent crimes.
McBurney ought to get a vote of thanks. He's got mine.
You knew Dagan?
Oh, no. I mean, according to your story. If it's true, he got what he deserved.
Excuse, please. May see sore finger?
Oh, it's just a scratch. I'll live.
Wound very odd and recent.
I caught it on Dr. Cream's desk in the office.
Beware of infection.
What a yarn. Mr. Chan, if you can prove Dagan's guilt...
Dagan won't mind. He's dead.
Justice can be brought to dead men.
Dagan. Yeah, it is possible. Joe Rack, maybe he's not guilty. But I proved that once. And I'll prove something else, too. Now. Tonight.
Quiet, please. The studio's checking the trunk line.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We're ready downtown. We go in 2 minutes.
I can't help that. I've got business here.
You can't break in here like this. Get out.
I tell you, I've got to see Dr. Cream.
I'm Dr. Cream. What is it?
My name is Lane, Carter Lane, representing Mrs. Rock.
Joe Rock's wife?
Yes. Is she here?
Why would she come here?
We heard about the broadcast, and it must not be made. She doesn't want this Rock case discussed.
Why not? What is she afraid of?
Humiliation and rather painful memories.
He can't stop us.
We are within our rights, Mr. Lane.
A suit for damages will determine that.
Don't let him scare you. He's afraid of what Dr. Von Braun and Mr. Chan have turned up.
What do you mean?
It is imperative the broadcast is made. One clue I did not understand tonight, she's clear. I will tell everything about Zorak. Sensations. To the radio, I will tell the police where to find the real murderer.
That's why Mr. Lane is here, to prevent you from telling.
No, you're very beautiful, but you're just a little crazy.
Stand by, everybody.
Take your places, please. Now, we are seated as the family was gathered at the fatal breakfast table. Mary, you sit down there. Lily, you sit there. Mr. Chan?
I sit here.
Mr. Chan sits here.
Dr. Cream, is this correct?
Little Otto wants a seat of honor, too?
Truth speak from any chair.
We're on now. Quiet, please. Crime is always punished. Good evening, folks. This is Tom Agnew bringing you the Crime League through the courtesy of the Murphy Arms Company. We are gathered for our 13th weekly broadcast in Dr. Cream's extraordinary Museum of Crime, an educational institution.
Hey, there he is now.
All right. Tell him exactly what I told you.
Hey, what are you doing in here?
Hello, Willie. Don't you know me? I'm the new warden.
Oh, I'm sorry, Warden. For a second, I didn't place you.
Uh-huh. Oh, by the way, do you believe in capital punishment?
You mean killing murderers?
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Fine, fine. Would you be willing to save the state in executing a criminal? Would I? You bet. Good. Then I hereby appoint you chief executioner of this prison.
You mean I can hang the Reno kid and guillotine the Bluebeard of Paris?
Sure, sure. But first you gotta begin with an electrocution.
I'll do my duty.
You know how to work this thing?
Yeah. When you get a signal, you push up.
Well, never mind the signal. You see that clock? At 8:20, at exactly 8:20, I want you to throw that switch and electrocute that man.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sorry to see you go, pal.
And now, Dr. Otto von Braun, the famous criminologist, and Charlie Chan will attempt to prove the innocence or guilt of Joe Rock.
We were seated at the breakfast table June the 9th, 1929, as demonstrated in court. It was a happy family gathering.
Gentlemen, this sitting is incorrect. I should sit there in that chair.
No, Doctor.
But I insist.
As you please, Doctor. Every bird seek its own tree. Never tree the bird. Excuse.
Stop him, quick.
Who turned the lights off?
Something burning behind Dr. Von Braun's chair.
Stand by, folks. The storm seems to have taken the light off our mystery.
I tell you, there's a fire.
Yes, I see it. Doctor! Dr. Von Braun!
What is it, Doctor?
He's fainted.
Gentlemen, carry him over here, please. Right here.
Well, he's dead. There's a wire connected to that chair. That's what caused the flash. The doctor was electrocuted.
Contradiction, please. Why wire to chair previously severed by wire cutters. Dr. Van Brum, not electrocuted.
Heart failure, perhaps.
I'm not doctor. You make diagnosis?
Well, no. I've been too shocked to examine the body.
Excuse me.
Because of an unfortunate accident, the Crime League broadcast will be discontinued at once.
Oh, Tom, no.
I now return you to our main studios where you will hear a musical program.
You're an awful reporter. Tell him what happened. It's a great story, Tom.
No, Mary, no.
Criminologist was murdered.
Murder?
You're crazy. But how?
Observe small puncture on back of neck.
I see.
Note peculiar discoloration. Can be caused by tonga, poison used by Dayak headhunters of Borneo. Found on doctor's coat collar, close to wound. Small bamboo dart projected by blowgun, served as poison carrier.
What do you mean, Mr. Chan?
Lethal dart was propelled by sharp breath towards dead man during seconds of darkness.
By one of us. It's the only logical explanation.
But the wound's on the back of his neck.
Dart aimed at face, but doctor, attracted by electrical display behind chair, turned head, was struck here.
Well, whoever has a blowgun can certainly save us all a lot of trouble by giving himself up now.
The Dayak blowgun. The museum has one.
May I examine, please?
Why, certainly. This way. Here we are. It hasn't been touched.
Killer used similar tube-like implement.
You going to search everybody for something as big as that?
No. So big. You new chair designed to electrocute occupant.
You're still crazy.
Observe wire cutters.
That figured in the Wilden auto murder. It was used by the killer.
This young woman used same to sever lethal cable.
You're all wrong.
Injured finger produced by act of untwisting wire which held implement to shelf. Received identical wound just now, doing same.
It's a mighty impressive deduction, Mr. Chan. But you couldn't sell it to a jury.
I'm not ready for jury. Please, can explain presence here instead of own chair when light returned?
Why, of course. I got up to see what caused the flash. Nobody else bothered to.
Mind you, I'm not making any accusations. But in the darkness, Mr. Lane seemed to lean past me toward Dr. Van Brom.
That's right. The killer had to lean forward to take aim.
Oh, now, you couldn't mean me by any chance, could you?
That looks like a toothpick.
Please, do not touch possible evidence.
Mr. Chan! Mr. Chan!
There's someone inside.
Step out, please.
Don't shoot, Pop.
Will please explain presence of one dummy inside another dummy?
Well, I couldn't stay away. And I didn't want to bother you, so I got into this fella to watch.
While in chessmen, did offspring make use of own eyes?
You bet I did.
What you see?
Well, nothing suspicious.
That toothpick. It's gone.
A valuable clue lost because offspring imitate dummy.
One of us took it when all eyes were on the chess player.
Hollow toothpick made from goose quill, possible blowgun.
Let's search everybody.
No use. Small object easily destroyed.
Well, all you have to do now is find out who uses that kind of toothpick.
Let's preserve any possible fingerprints where the toothpick was discovered. I'll cover it.
There's your quill toothpick.
Gee, Pop.
Number 2 son must have been shoplifting at Automat.
We got another broadcast to do. We better be going.
Contradiction, please. No one may leave without permission of police.
But I've got to phone my city desk.
Must wait. Suggest all gather in office of Dr. Cream.
This way, please.
Do not recall presence of woman in black at murder of Broadway Butterfly?
Why, I've never seen her before. Why, she's alive.
Can explain presence here?
I must have fallen asleep. Are visiting hours over?
Have been here long?
I don't remember.
You witnessed events leading up to murder?
Murder? I heard nothing.
A man has been killed.
Oh, yes. But that was long ago. 10 years ago. How could I forget? I still wear black for him. He was killed. Murdered.
Please. Would mind joining others in office?
Mrs. Rock.
Mrs. Joe Rock?
Are you sure?
Well, ought to be. She's a client of mine. How long has she been here?
We don't know.
Gee, Dr. Von Braun sent her
Letty,
husband
have
to... Wait a minute. Police calls come first. Okay, Pop?
Well, did you find a blowgun on her?
Man murdered tonight was Dr. Von Braun.
Careful, Mr. Chen. She's easily upset.
Police headquarters? I want to report a murder.
I'll connect you with the Homicide Bureau. It's Jimmy Chan calling the cops. Homicide Bureau, Lieutenant Leslie speaking. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Von Braun. Somebody got him with a poison dart. Shot from a quill toothpick. What'll I tell the kid?
Tell him the cops are coming.
We'll be right over, Mr. Chan. Don't let anybody leave the building and don't touch anything.
You don't have to tell me, Lieutenant. I've handled a case before. Okay. They're on their way.
Good. Everyone remain here, and possible clues at scene of crime will not be disturbed.
You mean it's easier to keep an eye on us this way?
Please, Doctor, desire to see electric switchboard.
Oh, certainly.
I was just going to suggest that.
You wait here with other witnesses.
Okay, Pop. I get it. These suspects won't get away from me.
Suspicion is only toy of fools. Come.
Oh, I didn't mean... I hope I haven't offended anybody.
Well, that's all right. We all know that one of us is a murderer.
Sure. No. Say, I'm not so sure about that. Pop! Oh, Pop! Pop! I forgot to tell you. There's somebody else in this museum. He disappeared into a cell. I saw him when I came in. Say, Pop, don't you feel well?
Don't you know a wax dummy when you see one?
Say, you're not supposed to be out here. Get back in the office.
Who's telling me?
All right.
What did you do with that gun?
You mind your own business. Let me handle this.
Look, will you please go home?
No. Dagan's here. I'm going to settle with him, too.
Dagan? How do you know?
Never mind. But I know.
You people had no right to sneak away.
Well, I thought the body ought to be covered.
It looked like you were going through his pockets when I came in.
No, I was just arranging the sheet.
Get back in the office. Please.
Okay, Mr. Chan.
Don't do that. Oh, Jimmy, I'm so sorry.
What are you doing here?
Believe it or not, I'm looking for a telephone.
Oh.
Most odd that owner of museum cannot explain wedding of electricity with chair reserved for humble self.
I assure you, I don't know how it happened.
Say, Pop.
Please, why you not remain with others?
Well, there's something I forgot to tell you. I saw...
Willie.
Gentlemen, I pronounce this man dead. Please remove the body for autopsy.
My night watchman, perfectly harmless.
It's the swellest execution I ever made. Even the lights went out.
You threw a switch?
Sure. The warden himself. He came right in here, and he made me head executioner.
Please, description of warden.
There isn't anyone. He imagines all this.
That's what he thinks.
Can recall, warden?
Sure. About so high and dark and smooth face and looked like an evil choir boy.
Just imagination.
Pop, I've got a theory.
Quiet, please. Tell me exactly what you do.
At 8:20, just like the warden told me, I pushed the switch and electrocuted Red Maddox.
Where is warden now?
I don't know. He went out that way.
There is no warden.
May I examine room, please?
Certainly.
Pop, listen.
Like busy mosquito, offspring keep chasing parents. Why?
Well, there's something I've got to tell you. None of those people in there are guilty. There's another man in this building.
You see him?
Yeah. He disappeared into that cell. And then when I looked, he wasn't there. I swear he came in here.
This gentleman you observed?
No, it was a man. And there was a dummy in here with its head all bandaged up, right here where I'm standing. And now it's gone, too.
Bandaged dummy part of exhibit?
Well, yes, it must have been changed temporarily. Shall we move on?
1 moment, please. Marks on floor indicate prison bed moved. That.
A trap door.
Oh, just a storeroom.
If storeroom innocent, will apologize. Lead way, please.
Yes. This, gentlemen, is my workshop, my studio. Here I create in wax the photographic likeness of famous criminals. My work, purely educational, endorsed by schools and colleges. My theme is crime does not pay. The end of the evil trail is prison or death.
Please, please.
Sculpture was my hobby. It is now my profession. There is an artist in everyone if you look for him. Don't you agree with me, Mr. Chan?
Most unusual form of art?
I do that when I'm nervous. Tearing pieces of paper, you know.
Exact duplicate of Steve McBurney's signature. First observed in courtroom.
What nonsense. I don't even know McBurney.
Say, Pop, I'll bet. Hey! A hidden room. Oh, boy!
Doctor. Most interesting.
This where you operate on your dummies, Dr. Cream?
No. This is surgical birthplace of new faces.
But, Mr. Chan...
Evidence betrays museum to be hideout for hunted criminals who change faces to cheat law.
So they could carry on the rackets. Pop, you've discovered a big thing.
Now I understand why Miss Latimer cut wires to chair. She did not want murder to expose museum's most profitable business. 1 moment. You answer telephone.
Hello? What is it?
Hello, give me Walker. Then give me the city desk. What? Who? Jimmy Chan.
Uh-huh. You're talking to the cellar. Oh, Pop! Miss Bolton, she dialed her office and got me.
Telephone obviously operated upon so outside world cannot be reached.
Then I didn't talk to the police. They're not coming.
McBurney, he didn't tell me about that phone. And now they know that Von Braun died instead of you.
Here's where I settled with Chan.
I thought they'd gone. That was the plan. But if they know that you're alive, well, then they're still here. And they'll kill you and they'll kill me.
Like they killed Dr. von Braun.
Correction, please. Criminologist not killed by McBurney. Murderer was Butcher Dagan.
Dagan?
How do you mean?
3 clues spell Dagan. Quill toothpick, bamboo dart, and poison called Tonga.
Get that Chinaman before he gets us.
No, first we let him spot Dagan, then we get them both.
Dagan send another man to meet McBurney's bullets. Officially dead, Dagan vanish into new identity until recognized tonight by Dr. Van Brum. And threat of exposure cost criminologist his life. Dagan kill to prevent exposure of new face. Dr. Cream, which one Dagan?
I tell you, I don't know.
With the new face, he could be a woman. I mean, posing as a woman.
You give to Butcher Dagan living disguise.
Dr. Cream! Doctor, you've got to tell us who Dagan is.
Well, I'm afraid I can't help you. I never met Dagan.
You're covering up. Mr. Chan knows what he's talking about. We're all in danger here with the killer loose.
Mr. Agnew, quite right. We'll send offspring outside of building immediately to telephone police.
Okay, Pop.
Mr. Agnew, you will please lock front door after son's departure.
Very well. If you'll excuse me, I have something to attend to.
Oh, no, you don't.
Why, let me go.
Try to make a getaway, huh?
Now, how you make getaway to summon police?
Oh, gee, Pop, I forgot. Where's the key?
I don't know, you idiot.
Perhaps radio control box connected by telephone to broadcast studio will summon police.
Right. I never thought of that. Edwards, put me through at the studio.
No connection. They signed us off.
Say, Pop, when I was in the lobby,
Please, too many theories. Let no one leave this room. We'll try to fix office telephone.
You fool, don't try another double cross.
What'd you say?
Oh, I said it looks as though you're the boss.
Oh. Didn't sound that way to me.
Mr. Lane, why were you spying on Mr. Agnew and Mr. Chen?
Spying? What's this?
I want to know what's going on. You see, I came here to prevent a murder. Dr. von Braun's murder.
What? Who wanted to kill him?
My client, Mrs. Rock. The death of her husband left her embittered. She believed that von Braun persecuted Joe Rock to make his evidence stick. Tonight at her apartment, she threatened to shoot von Braun if he wouldn't exonerate her husband. I begged her to let me handle the matter, but she lost her temper and ran out with a gun. That's why I came here. And now I'm convinced that she couldn't have killed von Braun.
Mrs. Rock, is this true? Do you know this man? Then he isn't your lawyer.
She's under a very great emotional strain.
I think Mr. Chen should know about this.
That's your business.
Who did that? Put those lights on.
Don't move. There's a killer among us.
I hope this isn't somebody's idea of a joke.
Where's the light switch?
Please, Inspector O'Matthews? Yes, telephone field much better. Desire inspector at once. Regret to report murder at Museum of Crime. Killer Butcher Dagan still in building. Witnesses to crime in great danger.
Why doesn't someone speak? Tom! Mr. Lane!
Maybe Dagan's sneaking up on us.
Oh! Somebody just touched me.
I did. How many times do I have to ask? Where's the light switch?
The corner on the right.
Sorry.
What's going on here? Which one of you put those lights out? Hey!
Where's Dr. Cream?
I knew I had the right man. He got away in the dark. You work with him. You put the lights out for his getaway.
Prove it.
Pop! 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 Knifed.
Got him from the other door.
Question, please. How you know killer used other door?
Well, Mary was outside this door, and no one could come in this way.
Gee, Pop, it's really you. Oh, for a minute, I thought that...
Filial grief, honorable music to ancient heart.
I get it. You set a trap to catch the killer.
I'm most grateful to wax twin for deceiving same, but knife thrower escape in darkness.
Oh, the knife?
No, do not touch. Fingerprints may have message.
Oh, Dr. Cream, he's gone.
Do likewise. Go for police. Each moment of delay dangerous to all here.
I'll have a general alarm sent out for Dr. Cream. He's Dagan. I got it all figured out. There wasn't any Dr. Cream. Dagan killed him and had somebody give him Cream's face. He wouldn't run away if he wasn't guilty.
Unless Doctor desired to escape offspring's theories.
And there was something else. Just before the lights went out, I saw...
Sometimes better to see and not tell. Dr. Von Brum proved that. Once more, hurry for police.
Okay, Pop. I won't let you down this time.
Please, everyone assume position held before darkness came.
Pop! The bandaged dummy I saw. He's dead.
Who is it? Removal of bandages necessary for identification.
What happened?
He's all right.
Oh, that bandaged dummy. It was a man. He's dead.
Please touch nothing. Fingerprints will prove dead man was Steve McBurney.
Are you sure that was McBurney?
Dagan strike again. Wound in dead man's back indicate mortal blow with knife.
Say, what were those 5 crisscross scars in the back of his neck? Fresh scars.
Signature of Dr. Cream. Incisions made in facial surgery to tighten and alter contour of face skin.
Playing a game?
Oh, Inspector, I thought you were the killer.
Where's your dad?
Please, Inspector, must apologize for reception committee.
Well, that's okay, Charlie. When your broadcast was cut off, I figured I'd better come over and see what was going on. Oh, can you let my men in? The front door's locked.
Jimmy.
Say, we picked up Doc Cream outside. Is it true what he tells me about Von Braun?
Quite true. Steve McBurney also murdered by Butcher Dagan.
Dagan?
Contrary to opinion, Butcher Dagan still alive.
Dagan here? Well, which one is he? Have you spotted him yet?
Killer will be identified when fingerprint expert arrive.
That's right.
Sure, Dagan's prints are on file. Oh, but he must have thought of that.
But he could have changed them by an operation.
Oh, you sound like Jimmy Chan.
No. I wasn't trying to escape. I was just going out after some help.
You certainly tried to avoid my squad car. Pete, call headquarters, get homicide over here. Burns, get on the front door. Nobody leaves. Now, Cream, which one is Dagan? You know we can't protect a man who won't name his enemy.
Well, perhaps the doctor doesn't consider Dagan his enemy.
I swear I don't know him, and I never did know him.
Please suggest others remain here. You come with me.
Mike, go in that back room and see that no one gets out of that window. Casey, you come with us.
Now, what you see just before lights go off?
Mr. Lane, he made a funny move towards that wall.
Then lights go off?
Yeah.
Observe, please. Secret light switch concealed in door to curio case.
I get it. Lane plunged us into darkness and grabbed a knife from here. See, it's missing.
Say, Charlie, if Lane is Dagan, why didn't he try a getaway?
Killer evidently made an attempt to escape in moments of darkness, but met obstacle of front door, which I had previously locked.
Then he saw McBurney and knifed him.
Correct.
Cream knows who Dagan is. Why won't he talk?
Fear is cruel, Padlock.
Well, we'll get him with fingerprints. He can't get out of here. Hey, come out of there.
Please.
We've got Dagan.
Contradiction, please. Prisoner is Greenock, bodyguard to Steve McBurney.
Don't let Dagan get me. He killed Mac, and now he wants me.
If you're McBurney's man, you know Dagan. Where is he?
I don't know. We were waiting for Chan to spot him. There, she's Dagan.
Why, I thought he was Dagan.
Dr. Cream's surgery not create Mrs. Rock.
Take him out. You came here to kill Dr. Von Braun.
No, only to confront him, to beg him to reconsider the evidence that convicted my husband. He would never see me.
Say, Pop, she doesn't sound insane.
I had to pretend that after I guessed the way you did that Dagan was here. I wanted to stay to avenge Joe.
No weapon in handbag earlier.
When the lights went out during the broadcast, I was suddenly afraid, so I hid the gun. I didn't want it found on me.
But now you use same.
Yes, and no jury would convict me for killing Dagan. He framed my husband, sent him to the gallows.
Mock insanity, not always safe alibi.
Mrs. Rock, how did you get into this museum?
The watchman feels sorry for me. He thinks I come here to talk to my husband. I'm sure he didn't throw the knife at Mr. Chan.
I'm also positive.
Say, Pop, Dagan must have McBurney's gun. I don't see why he doesn't shoot his way out.
Maybe contemplating same, if unable to remain invisible. Or may strike from darkness with blowgun. Please, hold valuable evidence. Antidote for Tonga, poison used on bamboo dart.
Where did you get it?
From Dr. Cream's office. Observe, duplicate of blowgun used by Butcher Dagan.
That's a toothpick from the automat.
Yes.
Are you trying to tell me that Von Braun was killed with a toothpick?
No. Small bamboo dart containing original poison.
Dagan blew it into the doctor's neck. A mere scratch is fatal.
That's silly. I don't believe it.
Go on, Pop. Show him.
Son read parents' thought.
Tom Agnew! You fool! Give me that antidote. Don't waste time. This is quick.
You killed Dr. Von Braun.
Yes.
Also Steve McBurney.
Yes, I had to.
You framed Joe Rock, innocent man.
Yes, but hurry. Give me that stuff.
Dart, only broken matchstick. Original needle of death still in pocket. You're prisoner.
Casey, take him out.
My boss. Clubbed me with a feather.
Mr. Chan, you've cleared my husband's name. I'm deeply grateful. How can I ever thank you?
Justice, like virtue, brings its own reward.
Well, Mr. Chen, you win the radio debate. You solved the Rock case, all right.
Charlie, how long have you known this?
Knowledge short, suspicion long.
I might have known. Any other radio man would have stayed on the air to broadcast Von Braun's murder.
Small nose for news in radio man. First aroma of suspicion.
You knew he was there all the time?
Hiding place discovered when wax figure suddenly developed telltale scars on back of neck, like Steve McBurney.
Gee, McBurney gave you the clue to spot Dagan.
And we might have cleared out of here and left him to a clean getaway.
What about Dr. Cream?
No, he'll get 5 years for lifting Muggs' maps.
Supper?
I've got a whale of a story to phone.
Well, after you phone, then.
Mr. Lane, I'm awfully sorry I suspected you.
Oh, that's all right. Forget it. It kept me on Mary's mind.
Hey! I've been watching you. You can't get away with museum property. Let that be a lesson to you.
Yes, sir. Say, Pop, what was Dr. Cream doing with an antidote for blowgun poison?
That was a bluff, Jimmy. Just a bottle of toothache painkiller.
Boy, you sure pulled a fast one. I'm getting sick and tired of all these dummies around here.
He's the best trumpet player this college ever had.
Let's get closer.
I thought you'd like the music. Wasn't it, Ellen?
Hi, Stu. Where have you been?
Oh, I've been around.
Funny, I was just saying the other day, I ought to see more of old Stu.
Well, we better go sit down or something, Ellen. See you later.
Your playing was wonderful.
Thanks. You don't think she meant you, do you?
You don't think she meant you, do you?
Wait a minute. You don't think she'd fall for that station house music of yours?
Listen, it's not so much my music, it's my personality. I'll show you.
Hello, Stu.
Oh, Mr. O'Neill, won't you join us?
Oh, thank you. See you later, son. Well, Stu, do you want something?
Me? No.
I've been wanting to meet you for some time, Mr. O'Neill.
Well, that's wonderful. You mean you like the band?
Oh, I didn't mean that I wanted to meet the band exactly, although I thought they did back you up rather well.
Thanks. Is there any special number you'd like to hear?
I would like to hear the Call Me Up and Call Me Down blues.
The what?
The Call Me Up and Call Me Down blues.
Oh, I know what you mean. I'm afraid I haven't got the number.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be able to get a hold of it.
Why don't you go back to the bandstand and look for it?
Oh, no hurry, Stu. Such a long time since you and I have got together, I want to make the most of it. It's heartwarming, that's what it is. Nothing like old college friends, I always say. All for one, and all for one. Yes, sir. I think I better be getting back. So long, Stu. So long. All right, boys, number 9.
Why can't you go on a picnic?
Mr. Dunn is inside, Mr. Taylor.
Mr. Dunn wouldn't be any fun on a picnic.
Look, this is a collection agency, not an escort bureau. Now, will you please get off my desk?
Is this fellow annoying you, Miss Miller?
Hello.
Hello.
Well, I just seeing Miss Miller here about the encyclopedias. See, I figure I can take care of the details.
As Miss Miller was kind enough to serve me with the summons, I'll explain the details.
What is there to explain? 7 years ago, you bought a set of encyclopedias for which you've never paid.
But I didn't buy them.
Please, you're wasting my time.
See that, Danny? You're wasting Miss Miller's time.
As I was saying, 7 years ago, I must have broken a mirror because Bat walked in and became my roommate. I was only a simple freshman at the time.
What are you now, a simple sophomore?
Oh, now, Miss Miller, you're being a bit unkind. After all, we've worked hard to stay in college this long.
He's right. Now, it's not easy for a couple of bright guys like us to go on flunking year after year.
What in the world are you talking about?
Well, it's like this. You see, as long as we can stay in college, the band makes us a very comfortable living.
That's right. $5,000-6,000 a year. Now, that's more than you can make on Wall Street.
Besides, it's a nice life. Cultural, relaxing, gay. But getting back to the subject, this roommate, whom I trusted implicitly, ordered a set of encyclopedias in my name.
That's gratitude. It was a birthday present. You were crazy about him.
I was crazy about him until I got the bill.
What's this?
Mr. O'Neill, Mr. Taylor, Mr. Dunn.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Step right in.
Now, look, Mr. Dunn, here's the situation. We're temporarily embarrassed.
See, we're working our way through college.
Just college kids, you know.
You've been working your way through college for the last 7 years.
Well, it takes time.
Especially when you're struggling.
Boys, you don't pull any wool over me. You ain't broke. You ain't struggling.
You mean you doubt our word?
You said it. I've got your number. You're a businessman. Now pay up or go to jail. That's final.
Final, eh?
Final.
Final.
Well, maybe we ought to ask for an extension.
Yeah.
Hit it. Okay,
what,
Dunn.
Dunsey boy?
We do make money.
That's it. We haven't got any right now.
Just give us 1 month.
Just 1 month's extension. Okay, Dunsey?
I won't listen.
Why, we'll be around
What do you
for
think we
years.
are? Fly-by-night?
My word
He
is just
knows
as good
better
as my
than that,
bond.
doesn't he, Dunsey?
Everybody in
Dunsey
town
boy?
knows
Have that money here tomorrow. I'll see you in court. No.
No.
That's a sordid little fella, isn't he? Sordid little place. Must be a sordid life for such a lovely girl.
Well, there's nothing so sordid about it, except the people we deal with.
It's a pity we can't take Miss Miller out of this.
Yes, how'd you like some fresh air?
Sorry. I have work to do.
She's very businesslike, isn't she? I like that in a secretary. In fact, I'd like to have a secretary like that. You know, there's an awful lot of work running a band.
Come to think of it, we do need a secretary.
But I don't need a job.
So she doesn't need a judge.
Huh?
Whatever it is, I won't do it. Now, I want to tell you...
Now, look, Mr. Dunn, I want to do the right thing. We don't care anything about the encyclopedia company.
No, we care about you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I said a few hasty words, boys. Let bygones be bygones, eh? $2. But the bill's 110.
Well, that's for you to fix things up.
What are you talking about? Are you asking me to take a bribe? A $2 bribe?
Oh, now, come, Dunn. We're all men of the world, you know.
We'll keep it on our hats. Don't worry
Sure,
about
you
it.
can depend on us. She'll tell you.
She? Who?
Miss Miller.
Miss Miller.
Miss Miller? Come in here, please. Did you intimate to these gents that I could be bribed?
She didn't say you could be bribed. She said you could be fixed.
Why, Mr. Dunn, I didn't say any such thing.
Oh,
you hear that?
yes, you did.
Of course
Miss
you did, Miss Miller.
She didn't want us to tell you.
Don't believe you, Mr. Dunn.
Miss Miller, I heard
didn't
you
say
myself.
anything
Didn't
like
you
that.
hear it?
I hear her.
We both heard it.
We
We
both
both
Wait
heard
a
it.
minute. I'll have you deadbeats put in jail, and it's for you, Miss Miller. You're fired.
Oh.
Thanks a lot, old man.
Thanks, old boy.
Miss Miller. Miss Miller. Wait a minute, Miss Miller. Miss Miller. Wait a minute.
Haven't you Rover boys caused enough trouble already?
It was really a kindly gesture.
A very kindly gesture. Now I haven't even a reference.
But I don't demand a reference.
We know you for what you are.
Yeah,
You mean you really want me to work for you?
sure. Wouldn't you like to?
What's your salary?
18 a week?
He'll double it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Hit it.
Let me
Miss
tell
Miller,
you
Here's the chance of a
that
lifetime.
we're going to offer you the
can't
greatest
go wrong with
opportunity you've ever
O'Neill.
had in your life.
It's
We're going to
charming
take you out of
life,
the
gay,
stage.
relaxing.
all right. I'll take it.
Good talking.
When do I start?
Right now.
Well, now that I'm working for you, I'll tell you something. Dunn can be bought, but his price isn't $2, it's 10.
Here, you want to take care of the details.
Hey.
Well, here we are. You can have half that desk, quarter of that rack, and just go to work.
There's only one detail that you've omitted. What are my duties?
Oh, you type a little.
Telephone little.
Keep the leader happy.
Keep your eye on the brass section.
I thought you said this was a job.
Oh, lining up good engagements is no cinch.
What's so difficult about it? Operator, get me the Riverdale Country Club.
Oh, no,
you can't
it's
get
not.
that date. We've already tried.
Who's in charge there?
Mr. Bent, isn't it? Bent?
A real sourpuss.
Hello, Mr. Bent? This is Mr. O'Neill's secretary. No, Mr. Danny O'Neill, the orchestra leader. I read in the paper that you're planning a Halloween dance. Harvey's Cornell Clippers. Oh, but we entertain, too. Do we entertain?
No, but we can dream up something.
Oh, our entertainment's terrific. That's our strong point. Mr. Bent, until you've seen the perennials, you haven't lived. Oh, it isn't that I don't admire Emil Coleman, but isn't his music a little, shall we say, rowdy? Now, Mr. O'Neill's Salon Ensemble play everything gently, but with a lilt. And all his boys are from such nice families.
Very well. We'll expect them at 7:30.
Thank you. Believe me, Bud, my outfit are killers. Just what you need for one-nighters.
Can they pack him in like Dorsey?
Solid Jack.
Murder.
Furthermore, I could come down a day before the dance and help you with the decorations. That is, of course, if you want me to.
Now, wait a minute, Ben. We took a poll on the campus, and almost everybody voted for Artie Shaw's band.
Artie Shaw? Who's Artie Shaw?
terrific, Chief.
Yeah. A glass of water, please. Yes, sir. Now, what about that prom? Is it set?
Not exactly, Chief.
They hired that college band.
Danny O'Neill's Perennials.
O'Neill again, huh?
This is the 4th time we've run into them on college dates.
Either they got a great band or a fine manager. I gotta go up and hear them sometime.
I wouldn't worry about them, Chief. They'll be graduating in another week.
Not the perennials.
It's okay, boys, okay. No graduation this year. I flunked 3 courses. All right, boys, break it up.
Oh, Danny, you're wonderful.
Well, Danny, old boy, we made it again, huh? What's the matter?
Well, Hank, I don't quite know how to tell you.
What do you mean, I passed? Oh, listen, I couldn't graduate. Not with my marks. What, are you kidding me? Oh, listen, there must be some mistake. I'm not going to take this lying down. I'm going to see the dean about it. They can't do this to me.
Oh, Danny.
Poor old Hank, he got careless.
You didn't have anything to do with this, did you?
Why, Ellen. Of course, a little peace and quiet won't hurt either of us.
But poor Hank.
You still have me. I guess we'll just have to carry on as good old Hank would have wanted us to.
It seems to me.
It seems to you?
I said it seems to me.
You said it seems to you?
Seems to me I smell a mouse.
Somewhere about the house. It seems to me. It seems to you? I said it seems to me.
You said it seems to you.
That such an embarrassing situation calls for concentration. Do you dig me, Jack?
We dig you, Jack.
Can you think of a plan?
We solid can.
To get me out of this mess?
Yes.
We'll start the music and play it back. Solid, Jack.
Solid, Jack.
Can you sing and dance? I'll take a chance.
Are your boots on right?
I got them laced up tight.
Is Miss Miller a killer?
From a Spanish villa.
Is her dancing mellow?
Why, mellow as a cello.
Then it seems to me I'll be asleep. You want to go right into your terpsichore?
What will it be?
Don't look at me.
Now let me see. What will it be? I never could do the conga. Could never get through the conga. But if you say do the conga, I ain't hep to that step, but I'll dig it. I never could see mazurkas. They're poison to me, mazurkas. But if it's to be mazurkas, I ain't hep to that step, but I'll dig it.
When they invented the Charleston, he was a total flop.
Right. But say, if you wanted Charleston, I'll never stop or dance till I drop.
Yeah.
I never could dig the polka, the corniest jig, the polka. But if you say dig the polka, I ain't hep to that step, but I'll dig it.
Hey, that's it. Here you go.
Yeah.
Come on now, baby. I think I'm gonna like this.
Yeah. Hi, Hank.
Hello there.
You got anywhere with the dean?
No. Seems that article I wrote on the decline of the harpsichord and her sister instruments was what really put me across.
Is that so?
Yeah. You know, it's a funny thing. I don't even remember writing that article. And yet the dean said it was so good he couldn't possibly think of flunking me.
Tough luck. Yeah. Cheer up, boy. It's probably all for the best. Say, what do you got there?
How's that?
What's that?
Encyclopedia.
Oh. Think of it, Hank. You'll go into your father's textile business, a cog in a great industry, stamping your personality on miles and miles of tweed, making the wheels turn, punching the clock, listening to the song of the looms. What volume is that?
It's, Ham to Ilk. Why?
Oh, nothing. Music wasn't for you, Hank. You could never have got anywhere with that beat-up trumpet of yours. Your medium is textiles. Your father was a textile man, so was his father before him. Why, you've got wool in your blood, Hank. What's the bookmark for?
Oh, it's an article there. Rather interested the dean. Yes, you know, funny thing about that article, it's almost identical with my thesis.
Interesting coincidence.
Yeah, that's what the dean thought. You know, I had quite a time trying to persuade him that the marginal notes weren't mine. As a matter of fact, I tried to convince him that the handwriting wasn't yours.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He said you were fired.
You dog.
Now, take it easy, Danny.
You low, conniving dog.
You two will have to face the world, fall right into your father's concrete. You'll be a cog within a cog. You can't get away from it, Danny, my boy. You got concrete in your bones.
Danny! Hank! Hurry! Wonderful news! Hurry! Look, telegram. We'll be in town Saturday. We'd like to look over your outfit, Artie Shaw.
Say, well, there it is. That's it. Shaw wants to look me over.
Look you over. Look us over.
All right, us. Huh. Seems to be in a kind of a rush about it. I wonder how soon he want me to start.
Say, it didn't take him long to find out that I'd be available, did it?
You'll be available indefinitely, I'm afraid.
Yeah, now then, first thing tomorrow, I must find Ellen a new job.
Don't bother. As soon as I get set, I'll send for you.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
All right, now, come on, let's get organized. Call the boys and tell them to be there early. Summer uniforms, and you go home and run your scales. Come on.
Look, brother, don't bury it. I'll be out in a few minutes.
Are you sure?
He's here.
Good, thanks.
Hey, what about the buck you promised me?
All right. Beat it. Okay, gang. Sweet soup.
Hank, sure. He's coming in now.
Swell. Thanks, pal.
Come on, give out. I'll bring you some change.
Now, a nice, easy background on this one, boys.
Hey, Danny, why don't you lay out this one? Save your lip till Shaw comes. I'll take the lead.
Are you kidding?
I'm okay. I've been in the woodshed.
You've been in the cornfield. All right, boys. 1, 2.
That's quite a little shindig you're pitching in there.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Shaw.
Band on straight salary or percentage?
What a percentage. Smart, huh? Thanks again, Mr. Shaw.
Where's Mr. Miller?
Mr. Miller?
Yeah, the manager of the band.
Oh, that Mr. Miller. There she is. This is Mr. Shaw, Mr. Miller.
We've been expecting you, Mr. Shaw.
Swell. If you're not too busy, I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes.
Fine.
long.
Thanks, I'd like to, but I'm on my way down to Trenton to play a date. Anyway, it was nice talking.
Thanks, and good night.
Good night.
Thanks.
No trouble.
Where is he?
He's gone.
Gone.
Where's Shaw? What did he say?
He's gone. You ruined it.
What are you talking about? I was terrific. When do I start?
Take 10, son. What was his proposition?
Well, his proposition rather surprised me.
Oh, quibbled about salary, huh?
Wait a minute. I don't work on Sundays.
Look, Ellen, what gives? When do I start?
You don't.
What? Well, then what did he want?
Me.
I guess I'm a little late.
Oh, Danny, how darling of you. Hank's inside getting the ticket.
Is he? Gosh, Ellen, I hate to see you go.
Well, I hate to go, Danny.
I'd kind of hope that,
What, Danny?
Oh, nothing. I guess it was just silly, that's all.
No, it wasn't. What was it?
Excuse me. You're sprouting. Here's the popcorn, Sonny. Hold it for the lady. Here's your ticket, Ellen. Come on, I'll tell the conductor when to let you off. Now then, be a good girl and don't talk to any strange man.
I won't, and then I'll see you in New York.
I hope so. Well, I don't know. You know, Portland's a long way from New York, and concrete kind of holds a man down.
Well, you'll be there, Hank.
No, as a matter of fact, I've got to pay a lot of attention to those mills in Fall River.
Well, I won't be seeing either of you.
No.
Well, I'm afraid not.
What?
Oh, goodbye, you idiot.
Look out for her orchids.
Goodbye. Bye.
When do you start for Portland?
Right. When do you leave for Fall River?
Oh, about an hour.
I'll see you off.
No, don't bother. You got to pack.
Yeah. Well, this is it.
Right. So long, Danny.
So long, kid. It's been a lot of fun.
You bet it has. Now take care of yourself.
I'll drop you a line.
Do that.
A college band? Who ever heard of a good college band? Oh, we were under the impression that this was an important affair. Oh, it is. Oh, well, in that case, I know you'll want Mr. Shaw. That's fine, thank you.
A couple of relatives. Well, what's cooking, Ellen?
We closed the Atlantic City job on our own terms.
Oh, it's swell.
And the intercollegiate prom.
Not a bad 2 days' work. Looks like my hunch about you was pretty good.
I'm glad. Mr. Shaw, I wonder if I could ask you a favor.
Of course.
It's about a couple of trumpet players.
Oh, well, you see, I always pick my own men, Ellen, and I don't...
Of course, but all I want to do is to hear these boys. They're marvelous.
Well, where are they? Around town?
Practically. One's in Portland and the other's in Fall River, but they could be here in a jiffy.
Isn't that a lot of traveling just for an audition?
Oh, but they wouldn't mind. And once you hear them, you'll know what I mean.
Well, if you think they're that good, I'll listen to them.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Call the Western Union boy to pick up 2 telegrams. Thank you.
What floor is Artie Shaw on?
17th.
Going up.
Forward, buddy. What floor is Artie Shaw on?
17th. Aren't you going to Fall River the hard way?
I suppose this elevator stops at Portland.
No, sir. Last stop is the 22nd floor.
So you were going to give a lot of time to the mills.
Listen, I got as much right here as you have.
Why don't you face facts, Hank? Ellen's not even established yet. She can't possibly get us both in the band.
I'm going to get a tryout with Artie Shaw. Have to tear down this building floor by floor.
17th floor next.
Here's a present for you, Sam.
Have one on me, Sam.
Oh, excuse me.
Where's Artie Shaw's office, please?
Right that way.
Oh, thanks. How do you do? Mr.
Taylor
Neal,
to see
Miss Miller, please.
Miss Miller's very busy right now.
Hey, is that a
Well,
3 or
she'll
a
see
5?
me.
She'll see me.
We
I'm an
went to
old
the same college
friend.
together.
Hey, is that 34 or 54 Highcroft Road?
34. Hey, wait a minute. What do you got there? Why, this is for me.
Yeah.
Hank, Shaw's sending for me.
Me too. You know, I knew he'd get around to that sooner or later.
Any answers?
We'll take care of the answers, bud. Yeah.
Thanks.
It's all right.
What do you make of this?
Look at that Fall River.
Say. Excuse me. Something phony about this.
Yeah.
He walked out on us at the prom, didn't he?
Yeah.
You don't suppose it was deliberate?
Why would he? You mean he wanted us to cool our heels for a while so we'd work for peanuts? Listen, we're not that hard to get.
No, but then he got Ellen down here as a decoy, thinking we'd work for nothing on account of her.
That's it. How do you like it?
I don't like it. He can't treat a friend of ours like that.
No, sir.
I'll fix him. Just for that, I'm going to ask for $25 a week more.
50. Young lady, you can tell Shaw that we'll see him.
Mr. Shaw is very busy.
Never mind, we'll tell him. Thanks. Come on, Hank.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hi, Shaw.
Just a minute, fellas. You'll have to wait outside.
I'm the new trumpet player you just sent for.
Yeah, me too. We just got your wire.
What? Oh, yeah. Well, you certainly took your time getting here.
Well, we had a couple of other offers to consider.
Yeah.
All right, boys. I'll tell you what you do. Drop down at the hotel tonight and play a couple of tunes with the band, huh?
That'll be swell.
I'd love to.
See you then. I'm sorry. I'm pretty busy now.
Well, that's all right. Which is Miss Miller's office?
Right across the hall.
Oh, thanks. Think I'll have a little talk with her.
Yeah. Okay, Artie.
Ellen.
Danny, I can't believe my eyes. Oh, it's so good to see you.
Kind of surprised you, huh?
And Hank, wherever did you come from?
Artie Shaw's office.
We were just talking a little business.
But Portland.
Portland's loss is your gain.
And Fall River?
Fall River will have to suffer, too.
Did Artie say anything about giving you a tryout?
Oh, sure.
Oh, darling, that's wonderful.
Yes, but we haven't promised him anything yet.
Straight ahead.
Hey there.
Good evening, Cap. I'm the new trumpet player with Artie Shaw.
I ain't never seen you before.
It's all right. You're going to see plenty of me from now on. Oh, by the way, if my brother happens to drop around here tonight, tell him that Shaw's not giving any more auditions, see? If he makes a fuss, just throw him out. You know how these little family jealousies are. Thanks.
What's your name?
Danny O. Taylor.
Danny, I'm so glad you got here early.
I was lonesome. I haven't seen you since late this afternoon. Not a bad house. How long we booked here for?
You're only booked for one number.
This audition? Mere formality.
Where's Hank?
Hank? How do I know? Am I my brother's keeper?
I thought he was coming with you.
He probably got cold feet. Couldn't face the humiliation of being turned down. Poor boy. I wish I could do something to help him.
Oh, yes.
Oh, now, Ellen, I'm very fond of Hank. After all, he did bring us together. If it hadn't been for those encyclopedias, I might never have met you. I'll always be grateful to him for that. Won't you?
Danny, this is no time.
Yes, it is. This is just the time. Yesterday, what was I? A carefree schoolboy. Today, what? A man with his career assured. A man with plans for the future.
Danny, don't you think you ought to be warming up?
I've been warmed up a long time. Ellen. Shall I take the vocal?
Would you like to be the love of my life for always and always? Watch over me to square my blunders and share my dreams. One day with caviar, next day a chocolate bar. Would you like to take the merry-go-round I'll leave you. I need you. Just wait till you see. I hope in your horoscope there is room for a doe who adores you. That would make the only dream of my life come true. For the love of my life is you.
Ellen. So I'm your brother, huh?
I was afraid you wouldn't make it.
You shouldn't worry about me, Brother Danny.
Ellen, I think you better leave.
No, stick around.
What happened, Hank?
Brother Danny here framed me with a doorman.
All I wanted was to be alone with you for once.
See that? He admits the whole thing.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
You know that doorman hit me in the lip?
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too
How'd you
bad.
like to even it up, huh?
no, wait.
How'd you like
no.
that?
No, boys, please, you have to go on in a minute. You're putting me in an awful position. Now, come on, let's forget it. I'll tell Artie you're here. Good luck, darlings.
Yeah, darlings.
You haven't forgotten the two trumpet players.
No, I'll be right with you. I'll put you boys on the next set, but first give me a hand with that character over there. He's been here 10 nights in a row. He's an awful earbender.
Well.
Mr. Chisholm, this is Miss Miller.
How do you do, Miss Miller?
Well, sir, that last number jump for you?
Oh, very peppy. Very peppy indeed. By the way, what chord did we finish on?
B flat.
Sure, I missed it again. Won't you two join me?
I'm sorry I've got to get back and play the next number, but Miss Miller can tell you all about the band.
Is Miss Miller hep, as you boys say?
Hep as they come.
Fascinating, your swing jargon. I'm becoming hep to it myself.
Well, see you later, Mr. Chisholm.
So long, Gate. That's short for alligator. Please be seated.
Are you a musician, Mr. Chisholm?
Oh, I should have been, but I was forced to give it up. I said music, and Father said bottle caps. Father won.
Oh, what a pity. I take it that the banjo is your instrument.
Oh, no, the mandolin, the flat-back mandolin.
All right, boys, you're on. What do you want to play?
How about I'm yours?
That's a pretty tough arrangement to play at sight.
I'll play anything that's on the paper.
Okay. How about you?
Pick one.
All right, I'll leave the book with you. Look them over.
Oh, Artie, on the question of who plays first, may I suggest alphabetical order in the interest of fairness?
Sure, okay. All right, we're on in about 3 minutes.
What's the matter? Aren't you going to look over your part?
I couldn't hit a bad note if I tried. Not tonight.
Why is tonight an exception?
Oh, I don't know. It makes all the difference in the world when you know there's someone depending on you.
What?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all.
Who's dependent on you?
Nobody. Forget it, Hank. Forget it.
Say, you were alone here with Ellen when I came in.
For almost the first time since I've known her.
Yeah? Well, what happened? What'd you say to her?
Look, Hank. Ellen and I don't suppose it's any concern of yours, but when I get set with Shaw, Ellen and I...
You proposed to her. What'd she say?
She just looked up at me and gave me her tender, unspoken yes.
How do you know it wasn't an unspoken no?
Fella can tell. It was one of those rare occasions when silence was more eloquent than words.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. That's the way it is. Wish you all the happiness in the world. Have me over for dinner sometime.
Thanks, Hank.
All right.
I'm glad you're not going to let this come between us.
careful of that wish, you Danny boy.
Fascinating music.
I can't understand it.
Well, that was just dandy. I'll be sure and call you. And meanwhile, if anything else comes up, take it. You sure you know what you're doing?
Say the word.
Okay, fellas, here we go. 1, 2.
See what I mean? I've even got music to my feet.
Plenty of you, I'm finished with both of you.
Listen, Ellen, let me get on with
Stop. It is. You've ruined everything. After all you pretended to think of me, after I tried so hard, and after all he went
Oh,
through.
but just one more. Don't blame me.
Please, I never want to see either of you again.
All right, I want to tell you something. You can't just...
Danny O'Neill, who have you played with?
O'Neill's Perennials.
Never heard of them.
Have you heard of Artie Shaw?
Oh, were you associated with him?
Associated with him? Why, I made a deeper impression on him than any trumpet player he ever heard.
One moment, please.
Artie, there was one thing about last night. Maybe I shouldn't bring
Now,
it
wait
up.
a minute. If it's about those
No,
same
no,
two...
no. No, it was about Mr. Chisholm. No, I mean it.
Yeah? Who? Him? You kidding? Well, throw him out.
Anything serious?
Out.
All right.
Hello. Tell Tommy that Hank Taylor's here, will you?
Get off the desk.
Huh? All right.
Of course, Mr. Chisholm talks a lot, but he's sweet. He says he has the soul of an artist, but that his money's stifling it. Now, you've always wanted to give a concert. I know I can get him to back you.
How do I know he's any different from those crunchy, crinkle breakfast food guys? They've all got some angle.
All right, I'll guarantee to get him without one string attached.
No musts about what I should play?
None.
No bottle cap ads?
On a bright.
Okay, sounds swell if you can do it.
Good. I'll get to work on it right away.
Yeah? What? Him! Throw him out.
All right. Now, wait a minute. I got offers from Miller, Dutch, and Goodman. I got plenty of jobs. Don't say I didn't give you a chance.
I think I'll put a small wager on Magic Melody.
Oh, Lester, you're wonderful. Always willing to back something musical. Artists need a man like you.
You think so? Old English hunting song, I believe. My dear, are you choking? This place is one of my finds. They're all real musicians. It's too bad they're not better known. Oh, Ellen, you remember what you said I might be able to help? Why can't I give these musicians to the world?
Oh, but your first duty is to the American artist.
Oh, yes, so it is. Centuries of Slavic violence have gone into that dance.
Was good. Was good. Was perfect.
Vodka bubliški, the love of my life. Oči strasnja, typy krasnja. Avec bit borscht, как ty, Rubina, Ninotchki, Ratov, Romanov, caviar. Hersheyski chocolate bar.
He's miles away, perhaps dreaming of some little girl on the steppes of Russia. You can tell by his face he's loved and suffered.
And always watch over me, or play a pick and a pluck on the strings of your old balalaika.
Oh, please take me home. I can't
The love of my life, that for the love of my life is you. Hey, hey!
I can't tell you how much I appreciate you letting me back this concert, Mr. Shaw.
Not at all, not at all.
And how grateful I am to you, Ellen. To think after all these years, I'm back in my true medium. By the way, how much did you say I should arrange for?
Roughly 15,000.
Well, wouldn't you say that 20 would be safer? After all, the name of J. Lester Chisholm must stand for nothing but the best.
There she goes, always thinking of me. I can't tell you what a jewel you have in this little girl.
I'm finding out every day.
And what an inspiration. You know, Mother actually thinks that every girl who is attracted to me is after the Chisholm money.
Come in. Oh, Lester.
Stay where you are.
move. You don't know what a picture you make there in the candlelight.
Lester, you've brought your mandolin.
For you.
Oh, you shouldn't.
Why not? Tonight's our night to celebrate, isn't it? I thought we might have a quiet evening of music. Just you and I, alone. I always say there's nothing like duets to make a home a home.
Can I use your house phone, please?
Certainly.
Thank you.
Who do you wish to speak to?
Miss Miller.
Who's calling?
Mr. Dunn.
Oh, Mr. Dunn.
Hello?
Hello, Ellen. It's me, Danny. I've been trying to get in touch with you. I'm downstairs, and I thought maybe I could...
No, I can't see you tonight. No, I'm not being vindictive. I just can't see you. Of course Hank isn't here. Look, Danny, I'll have to talk to you tomorrow. No, he isn't.
Ellen, wait a minute.
Good night, Mr. Dunn.
Good night.
Mr. Dunn.
That was just an old college friend I was talking to. We won't be disturbed again, Lester.
Shall we continue while we're in the groove? What was that?
B flat?
No, I heard a noise. Is there someone in there?
Hardly. That's my bedroom.
Now, don't be nervous.
I'm not a bit nervous. See? Just as I told you, it's your imagination.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy. Sport, shut up. Ow! Hank,
What do you hear from the gang at college?
what do you think you're doing under this bed?
Looking for a collar button. I've got as much right under here as you have.
Yeah.
Say, if you're in here, I wonder who's out there.
That's right. I thought it was you.
Better investigate.
No, wait a minute. We don't want to upset Ellen today of all days.
That's right, not today.
So that's why you came up. I thought so.
What are you talking about?
I suppose you just happened to call on the day that Shaw announced his concert.
Well, I read something about the concert in the paper. But I'm much too busy to help Artie out. I'm working like a horse.
You're working?
Sure.
Not with Dorsey.
No. He wouldn't change his style to suit me. I've got a little engagement just out of town. I never had such a big audience.
Fourth trumpet, huh?
No, sir, boy. Strictly solo stuff. Why, is the concert the reason for your visit?
Who, me?
Yeah?
No, I'm much too busy for that.
Doing what?
After I quit Whiteman.
You quit Whiteman?
Sure. Too big a band for me. If I'd have stayed with him, I'd have lost my individuality. Same thing happened to Biggs.
So you're unemployed, huh?
No, not at all. I just hooked up with a terrific European outfit. I never dreamed such things could be done to music.
Yeah. I wonder what's going on out there.
Sounds as if she's giving somebody an audition.
I never heard of Shaw with a mandolin section.
What about a breather?
That's a wonderful idea.
Sometimes it's a little tiring.
Yes.
Let's have a toast to the concert. You know, Ellen, you've made me feel like a boy again.
Really, Les?
You've actually made me believe that money really isn't a handicap.
That's what I want you to believe, Les.
I think after all these years, I have something to look forward to. Well, to our big night.
To our big night.
She's being taken advantage of. She seems to be liking it. I've seen that fella before. Yeah? Where was it? At the Russian rest. The little bear. The little wolf. I saw him with her at the racetrack. We've got to get her out of this. What are we waiting for?
Would you have another glass?
Oh, I don't think I should.
Well, you know best. That's what I admire about you, Ellen. You're so different from the other girls in this town.
Oh, I can hardly believe that, Lester.
You wouldn't. You're so innocent. You wouldn't believe the carryings on. Oh, I've been told things. What's that? Somebody out there.
Oh, you're just imagining things again.
No, look.
He's not home, is he, Ellen?
Who is it? Danny. Oh, it's just a neighbor. He always wants to borrow the lawnmower or something. Excuse me. Danny, is it you?
Is that guy here again? Pardon me, Mr.
Chisholm.
Oh, Chisholm, yes. Ellen told me about you. Yeah. I guess she's getting rid of him. Well, she better. You know, I told her flatly. I said it's either him or me. You know, I used to trust that guy. I went to college with him. I shared my room, my time, my troubles. But I won't share Ellen. You don't blame me, do you?
I didn't know. I think I better be going.
No, I didn't mean you. Stick around. Make yourself at home. You need anything?
No.
Glad I met you.
Oh, mercy.
Danny, how dare you come up here?
I'm glad I came up. I'm very glad.
Well, I'm not, and you get off this roof this instant.
Now, wait a minute. You need me, Ellen.
What?
Oh, I'm not blaming you for one moment, but...
What are you talking about?
He's not the kind of person to be around you. You don't know what you're getting into. Of course, it's not your fault. Hank and I both realize that.
Hank, is he here, too?
Yes, he's inside, taking care of the details.
Good heavens.
Oh, dear.
Lester, wait a minute. Lester.
Why didn't you tell me you were married?
But I'm not married.
Then who is that man?
Oh, that was just Hank.
Ellen, I can't believe it. You of all people. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Oh, you mustn't be so upset. I'll send him away.
Now, don't make it worse, Ellen. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I'm leaving for Cincinnati in the morning.
Cincinnati? But what about the concert?
Well, you can tell Mr. Shaw how much I appreciate the chance you gave me. Under the circumstances, I can't accept it.
Oh, but Lester, you can't throw away your whole musical career.
My musical career is over. Here. I'll never touch it again.
Oh, he says, I didn't know.
Poor Mr. Chisholm.
Poor Mr. Chisholm.
Poor Mr. Chisholm. Played on the mandolin.
But he couldn't win 'cause he tried to swing.
And he broke a string every time.
Oh, he says, I better be going.
Poor Mr. Chisholm
just couldn't
dig the jive. When he did arrive at the proper note, he... Now, look, Ellen.
Now, this is all for the best.
What we did may have been a little drastic.
It may seem a little brutal at first.
But you'll thank us for it later.
So I'll thank you for it. I suppose that Artie will thank you for it, too.
Artie? What do you mean, Artie?
What's Artie got to do with Mr. Chisholm?
Nothing in the world. He was only the backer of the concert.
Concert?
Oh.
All right, let's go again. Shh. There we go. Let's just play it over a few times.
Ellen, you've got to listen to me.
There's only one thing I've got to do. Go in there and tell Artie that the concert is off. Then leave town by the first train I can get.
Ellen, you can't. I'm awfully sorry about all this trouble. I wouldn't hurt you for the world. You know how I feel about you. Remember the other night, right here, when I took the vocal? I wasn't kidding.
There's one part I remember. The merry-go-round I'll lead you. You weren't kidding.
Oh, that's all over. The merry-go-round is out.
No, Danny, it's too late.
No, it isn't. Now, you just go in there and act as if nothing's happened. And I'll have Chisholm back here in an hour.
What can you do?
Don't worry about that. Just don't say anything to Shaw until I get back.
What can I say?
You can do it. Give me an hour.
All right, Danny. 1 hour.
That's right.
Hurry up, he's checking out.
What 20,000? Oh, that 20,000. Send it back to Cincinnati. I'm going back there myself.
On second thought, Joe, you just leave it where it is.
You bounder, leave this room immediately.
Mr. Chisholm, I brought you your mandolin.
I won't listen. Leave this room.
Now, take it easy, Chisholm. You're going to listen whether you want to or not. We've come to clear Ellen's name.
I won't hear her name mentioned in my presence.
Oh, now, don't say that, Mr. Chisholm.
Who are you?
I'm a man who wants to see justice done. All right, talk.
No, I can't.
Come clean.
All right. Mr. Chisholm, I have a confession to make. I've never done this before in my life. I lied to you.
Go on.
All right. Ellen is innocent.
Innocent? I saw with my own eyes.
He framed her, deliberately.
Impulsively. I am not Ellen's husband.
I know that.
What?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Me?
He's her brother, Hank.
Brother? Aren't you ashamed?
Yes.
Why did you endeavor to create this false impression?
I was trying to protect her.
Here. Now look
You
here,
got it
Chisholm.
wrong.
We didn't know who you were.
We didn't know how much you meant to her.
Well, you're just about the most important man in her life.
Right.
Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, what have I done?
You've acted shabbily.
You have misjudged a wonderful girl.
Jumped at brutal conclusions.
Oh, dear, do you think she'll ever forgive me?
Well, there's a chance, if you go about it in the right way.
Yes, if you crawl back to her on your hands and knees.
Beg her to forgive and forget.
Oh, I will. Oh, do you think this will interfere with letting me back the concert?
Well, I don't think so.
No, Ellen isn't small. But you better hurry.
Oh, I will. I'll get my hat and gloves. You make yourselves at home.
Poor Mr. Chisholm.
Well, we finally done right by our Ellen.
It's about time.
Yeah, it makes you feel good, huh? You know, self-sacrifice, doing unto others.
That's the life.
Yeah, but a little self-sacrifice goes a long way. We ought to think of our own careers for a change. After all, we are the intimate friends of Shaw's backer. Huh?
No, but we mustn't use Chisholm. We owe it to Ellen not to take any more chances.
No, Ellen won't respect a couple of failures.
It's true. If it wasn't for us, the concert would be off.
Certainly. He owes us a break.
Well, here I go. Boys, if there's ever anything I can do.
Nonsense, Mr. Chisholm. We're glad to do a good turn. If there's anything we can do for you.
Oh, you've already done enough.
Oh, I mean like helping you select numbers for the concert and that sort of thing?
You see, I don't select the numbers for the concert. Why, I hardly dare venture an opinion.
Oh, but you should.
After all, I'm only the backer.
Only the backer?
Why, Mr. Chisholm, you're the impresario, the most important man in the entire organization.
You've got to be the guiding hand.
Choose the music.
Pick the men.
It's your duty.
Think of the other backers. You're letting them down.
You're letting Shaw down.
Well, this is terrible. Why didn't anyone ever tell me this before? Why, I would have been delighted to do it.
It's not too late.
Not if you work fast.
I don't know just which way to start. What would you suggest?
Well, first of all, line up a number.
That's a good idea, but offhand, I can't think.
Oh, sure. You remember the Rolling Back to Mammy on the Big River Blues?
Rolling Back to Mammy on the Big River Blues?
That's it. He's got it.
He's got it.
Oh, don't be too hasty. Perhaps I can think of something better. What about a folk song?
A folk song. I've got just the number for you. Listen to this.
Oh, you're gonna like this, Chiz. This is Back to the Good Earth, full of sweet. Play that, Danny.
Yeah, I like that. What's it called?
Hold Down the Bayou. You hear that? That's New Orleans.
I visited there 3 weeks. I don't recognize it.
You don't?
Well, that's the spirit of New Orleans. I can almost smell the Delta.
I can smell the Delta. Can't you smell the Delta?
I have a slight cold.
Well, nothing that your mandolin won't cure. Now, you pick this up, Chiz. Pick it up, boy. Yeah.
Come on, son. The train won't wait.
That's it. That's it. Now we're sailing up that river. On to Memphis, Chattanooga. Hold on, Chiz.
Hear them steamboat whistles blowing? Tote that barge. Pull that bale. There's a cabin in the cotton. Solid south. A solid north. Solid Jack.
Solid Jack?
Right. Wagon wheels are creaking westward. Now we're rolling past that junction. On to Kansas, Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, my hometown.
His hometown, your hometown, everybody's hometown, Cincinnati.
Boys, words fail me. I must see Shaw at once.
That's the spirit, Chisholm. Don't let America down.
You sure it's my duty as a backer?
You can do anything.
Anything?
Certainly.
Well, all right. I'll not only see that this epic-making number of yours has given the finest presentation in the world, but I'll go further.
Yes?
Well, I'll play in it myself, on my mandolin.
What?
Our rhythm at letter B, I'll give you a downbeat and set the tempo. At C, trombones make a very definite entrance. Saxes come in good and strong, and strings pick it up from there.
Oh, Ellen, can you ever forgive me?
Oh, Lester.
I know I don't deserve it. I've let you down in more ways than one. But I'm going to make up for it right now. Shaw, can I see a minute?
Hi. Take 10, fellas. Hello, Mr. Chisholm. Glad you dropped in.
I didn't just drop in, Mr. Shaw. Sit down, please. And you, Ellen. I realize I've shirked my duties, but I've got something to make up for. A folk song for the concert. It'll kill you.
Folk song?
It's got everything. The sweep of the prairies, creaking of wagons, the Mississippi.
Sounds peachy.
It goes like this. Da-da-da-da-da. Ho down the bayou. Can't you smell the delta? Chattanooga, Louisiana, solid north, solid south. Ho down, boy. Ooh, that's the steamboat whistle. That's my hometown. It's your hometown. Everybody's hometown. Cincinnati.
Are you kidding?
It'll sweep the country. I insist that you play it at the concert.
Well, if that's the way you
Wait a
feel
minute,
about
Artie.
it, you can... Prairies, wagons, steamboat whistles.
That's it, sweep.
Listen, Artie, I've heard part of it, and it's not a bad song.
How can I tell from that? Get me someone who can play it.
I'll get you the composer himself. He's right outside. Right away. I fixed it.
Good boy, Chiz. You've done a great job.
Go in there and give him all you got.
Right.
Wait a minute. Maybe we better explain about our secret. I could back you up on the mandolin.
No. Save it. You don't want to give away the big surprise.
No, practice comes first. Besides, you're no song plugger.
Would Heifetz go around selling songs to band leaders?
That's right. I'll stand by and explain it as you play it.
No, we better stay out here, Chiz. You see, too many people might make Shaw nervous.
But I might be needed.
Come on down the lobby. I'll buy you a cigar.
I don't like cigars.
Don't you worry about it. I'll smoke it myself.
Artie, he'll be here in a minute.
I know, but I'm holding up a whole rehearsal, Ellen.
Hello, Mr. Shaw.
Oh, it's you again, huh?
I guess so.
Artie, you aren't going to let something that's over and done with stand in the way of a good song.
Okay, let's hear it. This better be good.
Yes, sir.
Poor Mr. Chisholm played on the mandolin, but he couldn't win 'cause he tried to swing and he broke a string every time. Poor Mr. Chisholm just couldn't dig the jive. When he did arrive at the proper note, he arrived by boat every time. He tried to jazz up his mandolin, but never could quite control it. He always brought Bach and Handel in. When he took a lick, he always broke a pick. Poor Mr. Chisholm, you're quite a gay old blade with your serenade, but your corny Jack better truck on back to Dubuque. Get a uke. You disgraced your kin on the mandolin every time.
Did you like the tune, Artie?
Kind of cute. Tell you what you do. Make an arrangement of it, and maybe we can find a spot for it. But remember, no trouble this time.
Don't worry, Mr. Shaw, and thanks a lot.
Mr. Chisholm playing a mandolin. That'd really be something. All right, Ben. Call the boys.
I'm within the hour. Chisholm is back. I'm making an arrangement. You see, Ellen, I've settled down. The merry-go-round's out.
Out nothing. You just happened to get the brass ring. This is your big chance, Danny.
I hope.
Did he understand it?
Did he go for it? Hook, line, and Cincinnati.
Nice going, boy.
Wonderful. Calls for a celebration.
And a boy, Danny.
Well, fellow artists, I'll give you the concert.
We accept it.
Lester, we're proud of you.
Oh, come, Ellen. I'm only the backer.
But that's a very important role, Lester.
Well, it's not as though I was a real contributor, as though I were one of the performers.
Well, now, look, we just about killed this bottle. What kind of a host are you? How about a refill?
Oh, excuse me. Of course. Oh, you won't tell her while I'm gone.
Not a chance.
Don't worry about it.
Lester, wait a minute. Tell me what.
Well, it's just a little surprise. All I'd tell her, fellas, I'm going to play in the concert.
Lester, you're not.
But I am. I knew you'd be delighted. What am I standing here for? Wine is what we need. Wine.
So the merry-go-round's still on, huh?
We couldn't help it. All we did was flatter him a bit. If we disillusioned him, he'd call the whole thing off.
What do you suppose Shaw will do?
Shaw won't ever find out. Hank's going to keep Chisholm away from him.
Me? Oh, no.
Oh, but I'll be busy with my arrangement.
All right, I'll make a bargain with you. You get me a job with Shaw with a nice fat trumpet part, and I'll look after Chisholm.
Oh, sure, I'll do my best.
You'll do better than that. Or else.
That'll get it, Artie.
Oh, it was wonderful, Artie.
Glad you liked it.
Here's my arrangement.
Oh, fine. You make all the changes we talked about?
Yeah, but I don't know how good it'll sound after that. Artie, there's one little favor I want to ask you. You're going to use some extra trumpets. I know a fella that...
Oh, now, wait a minute. Not that partner of yours. Look, I can't get through a number without falling off the stand. Nothing doing, period. We'll run over this in the morning.
Oh, Danny, what are we going to do about poor Hank?
It's going to be tough, but we'll keep on trying.
96, 8, 7, 2, 3, 98, 2, 3, 99, 2, 3, and 100, and stop.
100 times without a slip.
No. You were pretty fuzzy there on 37. You were a quarter of a beat off on 76. Now, you take one more 100 and we'll turn it.
No, now, it's just 2 days before the concert. I better go down and tell Artie our secret.
No, not yet. It's too late tonight, anyhow.
No, it isn't. The band's staying late to rehearse.
You haven't practiced enough.
I practiced for 10 days, 12 hours a day, 6 hours a night. I'll go stale.
Are you ready? One, two.
Tonight at 8:30, Artie Shaw will present an interesting newcomer to the musical world. Interesting newcomer? That must mean me.
Huh? Yeah, sure.
What's the matter, Henry? You worried about the rehearsal?
Me, no. Is it worrying you?
Not at all. You know, there are very few troubles that a good night's sleep won't cure.
Look, you watch your own health. I got insomnia.
Insomnia? That's too bad. You should, come in.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chisholm.
Hello. Well, what about a drink?
Good idea.
I'll be right back. I just want to spruce up a bit.
Hello. Give me the Majestic Theater, will you? It's better so. What? What's that? Well, what about it? Yeah? Wait a minute. Excuse me, will you, Chiz? This is a personal matter, you know? Say, Danny, you wouldn't lie to me at a time like this, would you?
It's all set, I tell you. You're in. You got to get down here right away.
Well, this makes up for a lot of things, Danny. What, Chisholm? Wait a minute. Don't you worry about Chisholm. I just got a plan to keep him here. You bet. So long.
The good news?
Well, depends on your point of view. One man's drink is another man's poison.
Yeah. Well, Henry, everything happens for the best. You know, it's always darkest just before dawn.
That's right. The lad worthwhile is the lad who can smile when the rest of the world's gone wrong.
Right as rain. We'll have it over here. Henry, if ever anything comes between us, always remember I had your best interests at heart.
That cuts both ways, partner. Well, happy days.
Happy dreams. Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
Yes, but there must be some answer. Well, never mind. I can't raise Hank anywhere. Ellen, I don't suppose you'll ever believe I didn't have anything to do with this.
Last week I'd been sure you had, but this week, no. You know, you're improving so amazingly, Danny. I think I'll make you my manager.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a little blues number, which recently came to my attention bearing the somewhat ambiguous title, Ho Down the Bayou. Since then, it has grown up and been transformed into something rather special. Before playing it, I'd like to introduce the young man who wrote it, Danny O'Neill.
Go on.
How's it feel?
All right.
Okay. It's all yours. Nice work,
wonderful.
Danny. Looks like I'm going to have to hire you after all.
Thanks, Artie.
But only because I don't want to lose a good secretary. Nobody.
99. 100. Take it again.
I hope in your horoscope there is room for a dope who adores you.
Was good?
Was perfect.